Yo, what's up guys? Today I'm gonna show you how to make a shop in Create. I'm not gonna show you the designing part of creating a shop. That's a part of you to make, but I'll show you the functional side of how to make Create shop. For example, I'm on my friend's server, or our server, let's say. We play modded Minecraft. We have a couple of mods here, but of course my favorite one is Create, because I can make a lot of contraptions. As a customer, for example, my friend Bert, yes, his name is Bert. He comes in the shop, and I have a set price over here. And let's say he wants to buy a foreskin, hog skin. He right clicks it with his left hand, free hand, you know, and we get a check shopping list, you know, and I can go around with that shopping list and pick different items, you know. I feel like like snorting meth today, so I'm gonna take this bluish purple meth pile. By the way, these shopping lists cost nothing from the owner's side. As for example, I don't need to put any paper anywhere, so these shopping lists just come from thin air. You come to Richard or the shopkeeper, whatever, and you right click it. And lo and behold, your package arrives. The customer can take it. We right click, and then not right click again, but break it, and then he retrieves his items. From the owner's side, we of course can install some unworking cameras which are pictures, but my cat cannot tell the difference anyway. But back to the point, we have a storage system here. It's basically a barrel, big iron barrel, that you cannot right click and access it in any way, but you can deposit items, and a lot of items. You can scale this thing a lot. I'll show you a bit later when I go into my creative world. Let's say I want to sell rails, yeah. I'm gonna deposit them through item hatch, and when a customer buys something through the shopkeeper, it's gonna get deposited from the items vault through brass funnel or andesite funnel. It's up to you. And then the package goes through. The package creates in the packager, and all of the connecting parts, the shopkeeper between the item vault, happens through stock link and also stock ticker. As I see, I have a lot of money from here, not money, emeralds slash diamonds, and as an owner I can come over here and steal these emeralds from my shopkeeper. Then I can right click it and take the stuff. Also, if I just want to redeem some, let's say I ran out of amethyst from my house and I want to come to the shop and redeem it, redeem it, take it from the vault. You interact with the shopkeeper and you can see all of your stocks, all of the stuff you have, and then you can like select, let's say I need spruce, you know, or the amethyst that I just told you about. Where's amethyst? Yeah, you can click on it, you can right click it to remove, you can hover to the thing you wanna deposit, and you can scroll upwards or downwards to increase faster the amount you wanna withdraw. But let's say I want to make the selling point for the rails, so yeah, there we go. So we take the andesite table cover, we have it in our hand, and then we interact with the stockkeeper. Oh, it's not a shopkeeper, it's a stockkeeper. Then you select an item and the amount you want to add, and then you can assign it to the andesite table cover, I think it was called. But yeah, where's the rails? Yeah, let's say I wanna sell one rail. We place it in a spot you want to sell, and then you set price. You take whatever thing you want, and then let's say emeralds, as all of my shop is almost emeralds. You right click it with the emeralds, and then you hold right click to set the amount you wanted it for to sell. Let's say I want to sell it for 100. By the way, that's the limit, and that's and 1 is the minimum amount. Let's say I want to put it on 100, and nobody's gonna buy it ever, but yeah, that's how you set price. You also can not use emeralds, you can use whatever you want. You can use a pickaxe. Jesus Christ, I didn't know that, but yeah, you can use whatever you want. Even if it's from other mods. It will look terrible, but it works. It works. And yeah, that's about it. Let's have a beautiful transition to our creative world. So we are in our creative world. So we'll need a item vault, as I said, packager, item hatch. We'll need a stock link. We'll need a power source for the mechanical belt, and you can't have a mechanical belt without a shaft. You'll also need either andesite funnel or brass funnel. Then we'll need a stock ticker. We'll need some kind of mob. Blaze burner counts as a mob. The question is why we need a mob. We need a mob for a shopkeeper. Then we'll need a table cover or tablecloth. It doesn't really matter. It's just from design perspective speaking. And then we'll need a seat. So we'll start with an item vault. You can scale this thing from you can scale the width by 2 by 2, or of course 1, or 3 by 3. You can also make it longer or smaller. You can always make it smaller. Yeah, let's say we'll have a 2 by 2 and the length is limited, I'm pretty sure. You can have it unlimited. Or maybe you can. I'm pretty sure it's divided over here, because there are lines. Yeah, it's the maximum length is 6 blocks, and maximum width is 3 by 3. Then we'll add an item hatch where to deposit items into your item vault. Then we'll need an packager. Let's place it over here. And then you'll need a stock link either on the side or on top or even on the bottom. It has to glow red. Not red, green. And then we'll need an andesite or a brass funnel. So what's the difference? Andesite is much cheaper, but it will deposit one item. It will deposit one item only. But the brass funnel will deposit more, maximum amount of one stack per tick or whatever. Not tick. Basically, at one single time, brass funnel can deposit more items. But in this case, as we have a packager, it will create one single item, the package, or will be multiple stuff that the customer orders. So you're fine with the andesite funnel. You also can add brass funnel for filtering stuff, but you don't really need it because you have only one kind of package. Of course, packages differ, so there's different sizes. They don't really change in functionality, but yeah, that's about it. So let's make a deposit point, let's say, where the packages will come from. We'll add a source. I'm not gonna use the create engine or whatever it's called, never used it. But yeah, we'll power it so it moves forward. You can use a big water wheel, it will be much faster. You know, in fact, let's make it shorter, as it is really slow. And you don't have to cover, pro tip, you don't have to cover all of the sides with water. One block is more than enough, because the speed will not change. And then we'll need the stock ticker. What do you do with this? You don't just place it. You need to link it with the stock link. You just right click it and it will look like it's enchanted. Then you just place it in your designated spot and it will be connected now. But when you try to right click it or redeem your money from it, you can't, because it's not, you can see the text beneath it. Set a mob or a blaze burner next to the block to use it. For example, we're gonna use a blaze burner, and to verify if it's working, the mob or the blaze burner will have a green cap on it. Or if you want to use a mob, you need a seed. So let's try a mob. Yeah, for example, you can use a zombie horse. I don't know where you're gonna get, find one naturally, but for example, you can use a zombie horse. So now we have it done almost. We need to set up our shop. So let's set up our shop. It's gonna look real sad, but we can use these stuff to enhance the look. We don't have anything in the stock. That's a shame. We're gonna go to the item hatch. We're gonna input some stuff that we don't need right now. Just random stuff, you know. And then we're gonna go to the stock keeper and hold our andesite table cover or any tablecloth or table cover from create mod. Then you right click the stock keeper and you select your item you want to sell. Let's say andesite funnel. Let's sell a water wheel. I'm gonna place it, and let's say I want for one water wheel water bucket. You can also increase the amount of water buckets that a customer needs to pay for a water wheel, as I said before. And then let's take 2 items this time and place it like this. I believe the limit is 4 different items. Let's try it out. Or maybe not. Yeah, you can place as much as items you want, but 4 of them will be only displayed. Then you select the thing you want to set the price on. Let's say 40 shafts. And yeah, let's say we want to buy this. The customer right clicks it, and we go to the shopkeeper and buy it. And there we go. We have our package. I'm not gonna wait for that. And we get our items. Also, if you have a package, it's gonna fall off like that. So yeah. Also, one thing to note, the customer cannot buy anything until the price is set. If you want to display your items just as they are, you can just not assign it to the stock keeper and just place the table cover and put your stuffs in. But that's besides the point. And then you can see it out of stock. That's what the customer sees once it's out of stock. Enough yapping. Let's say I want to buy a water wheel, but I don't have a water bucket. From customer side, he can get a shopping list, but he can't go over the stock limit, or more than 1 water wheel in our vault. So the customer goes and right clicks the horse or the shopkeeper or the stock keeper, and it will display that the customer cannot afford it. Also, to keep the customers from stealing your stuff or getting them for free, you right click the stock keeper and you press this. Network is locked. It prevents other players from ordering items directly. What does that mean? They cannot just select an item and then just buy it. Not really buy it, steal it, or just get it for free, you know. They didn't even use a water bucket. You know, that's such a scam. Like, you know how the owner will feel if he does. And that's about it, guys. If you have any questions, comment down below. Like, subscribe.
How long you he coming for your ass? How long got a switch? Get that boy standing back.